Hey there, lovely ladies. It's Reenee, clinical herbalist and Ayurvedic enthusiast. In today's video, we're going to talk about Ayurveda. We're going to talk in detail about how it ties into your moon cycle and how you can use this ancient wisdom to nourish yourself throughout your cycle to be in less pain and feel more energetic. So first of all, what is Ayurveda? It is a 5,000-year-old medical system of India, and it's a sister practice to yoga, and it advocates that health is unique for each and every individual. And well-being is monitored on all levels, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. And you need to watch for imbalances. And anytime you have an imbalance, you remedy with the principle of opposites. So we actually can anticipate imbalance and remedy with the principle of opposites. And I'm going to tell you how in a second, because everything in Ayurveda, it's believed that everything is made up of 5 basic elements. And these elements are earth, water, fire, air, and ether. So everything you eat, every person is a combination of these elements, the foods, and things like exercises, breathing, emotions are energetic versions of these 5 elements. These 5 elements are then combined to come up with 3 body types, or in Ayurveda, these are called doshas. And the first one is Vata, which is a combination of air and ether. The second one is Pitta, which is fire and water. And last is Kapha, which is earth and water. So most of you are probably a combination of 2 of these. Some of you will be all 3, and some of you will be predominantly 1. There are ways to identify your body type, and if you haven't already, I do also have a free guide to Ayurveda that you can download. I'm going to put the link there in the chat box. So do download that and learn more about this ancient wisdom. And it's very, very important to discover your body type. So do try and do that. It's not so easy to do it on your own. There are quizzes and stuff, but to be very accurate, it's best to go to a practitioner. But it's something that I will guide you through in my courses as well. But Vata, which is air and ether, is kind of very light and airy. Pitta is obviously very hot, and Kapha is more dense and more slow. So, looking back at our moon cycle chart, we have seasons. Now, in Ayurveda, each of the seasons are actually labeled by a body type. So, when you link this to Ayurveda, we have Kapha, which is late winter and early spring. Pitta, which is that late springtime, in the springs where it gets really hot even before summer starts. Summer and then into autumn, depending on when it starts to cool down. And late autumn, early winter are Vata. So remember, Vata is dry and airy. You've got that cold wind. Kapha is earth and water. I always think of like spring and mud. And Pitta is fire and water. So you can think of the heat of the summer, thunderstorms, the humidity. The other thing to note here is that these are also associated very closely with the qualities of the chakras, which I haven't mapped on here, but if you are familiar with them, this goes right through the qualities of the chakras as well. As you can see, throughout your cycle, you're experiencing shifts in the fundamental elemental energies, the 5 elements. And what you can do is balance these shifts and balance these elements throughout your cycle. And there's so many ways to do it. You can do it through food, you can do it through exercise, herbal tea, crystals, lifestyle changes, diet. The possibilities are endless. And once you start to do this, you'll find yourself just feeling more energized. You'll find yourself in less pain because when you've balanced the energies, your body doesn't have any sort of excess energy to put you in any pain. So that reduces things like excess swelling or PMS cravings and mood swings, dizziness, all sorts of things tend to dissipate when we start to balance these energies. So if anything you've seen in the video today resonates with you, then why not come and join my Facebook group, Find Your Tribe, where we talk all things moon cycle alignment. You can also download my free guide to your moon cycle, and you can find the link to that and the Facebook group in the description below. And if you're super ready to find a life that's aligned with your inner seasons, if you're super ready for a life of flow and ease, if you're ready for nourishment, if you're ready to set those healthy boundaries, then I invite you to check out my online 6-week course. In this course, I will teach you the ins and outs of your moon cycle. I will help you identify your Ayurvedic body type. I will talk to you about your chakras and we'll locate your blocks. We'll talk about your masculine and your feminine energies and understand where your strength lies. We'll talk in detail on how to chart your cycle and what details to record and how to interpret the observations you're making about yourself. And we'll put all of this together to help you find a life that's more aligned with your moon cycle. And if this sounds a bit overwhelming, I know it can. I will be there to guide you every step of the way, and I'll give you baby steps. We'll be making small changes a little bit at a time, but things that will have a huge impact, things that will leave you feeling more energized and more vibrant. I think that this wisdom is game changing. I think every woman around the world should have access to it. I think women should be talking about it. So do come connect on social, post your questions in the Facebook group, or even post your questions in the comments below, and I will try my best to answer it. Thank you so much for watching. Sending all of you love and light.